If you're young at age, and even if you are older, I want to just remind you of something very important. And that is that when you make decisions in life, when you want to do something, you have to consider the consequences of your decisions. You need to look at the future. You need to ask yourself the question, what will the consequences of my action now be in the future? Because I see a lot of people don't consider the consequences when it comes to the decisions that they make. And therefore, people make decisions and there's terrible consequences, and then they wonder, why do all these bad things happen to me? Remember, every action, every step that you take leads somewhere. Every step leads to a destination. And you need to think of that. Don't be irresponsible. Don't, if you get your salary, for example, at the end of the month, spend it all within the first week or two. Learn about financial management. Don't make careless decisions, because at the end of the day, it can penalize you. But the opposite is also true. If you take wise decisions, if you acknowledge the Lord, if you bring Him into your life and say to God, listen, Lord, I don't want to make unnecessary mistakes. I want to take the right steps in life. Please guide me. Please help me with that. God is faithful. He will acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. That's what the Bible says. So before you make big decisions, think about the consequences of your decisions. Think about the various avenues where your decisions can lead to. Acknowledge the Lord in your decision and ask Him to lead you. It is vitally important. Also, if you're going through a time of great pressure and uncertainty and you don't know what steps to take, do not make big decisions during very hard and difficult times. I'm not saying if it's a life-threatening situation that you don't need to get out of that. That's a different case. But I talk in general. Let's say you've lost your property, your business has collapsed, whatever, and you decide, listen, I need to do something about it now. Sometimes you need to just wait until the storm has settled a little bit so that you can see clarity. Because you know what typically happens? There's a lot of emotions that is twirling around inside of you, questions that you have, and your emotions sometimes can blur your ability to see clearly in a situation. And that's why it's so important sometimes just to step back before making big decisions during extremely complicated times. Get clarity first, and then calculate where your decisions can go to, and ask the Lord to be involved in that. Very important point. I've seen so many people make impulsive, quick decisions about things in their lives, and it ended up in disaster. We don't want that. All right? We don't want that for your life. And so let's make wise decisions. All right. God bless you. Have a great week.